What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been quite a while since the last video again, but today is a special day, or actually not today is a special day. A few days ago was a special day when I showed you guys my new bike on Instagram. There were a lot of people liking it. There were some questions as well, so I thought I'd come out here and do a quick bike check video for you guys on a rainy Sunday. That's what I call commitment. But yeah, here we are. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Starting off with the frame, this is the Extension Avenger 24-inch carbon street trials bike. Now, geometry-wise, not a lot has changed since the last one. Actually, nothing has changed, besides the design, of course. I mean, the logos are a little bit different now. There's a really big logo on the bottom tube. There is an Extension logo on the right chainstay. There's a big one on the fork and one on the head tube. Now, in my opinion, it looks really cool. And to be honest, I needed a little bit of commitment to go for this frame, because as you guys know, I've been riding yellow frames for almost 4 years now, so that's been quite a while, but I figured it's time for change. And so this is why I went for this one. And also, this is a stock color, so if you want, you can get exactly this frame from Trialmarkt. That's maybe also worth mentioning. Trialmarkt is the dealer for Extension all over Europe, so if you want to get this bike, you know where to go. All right, coming up to the cockpit, you guys know I ride for SQlab, so obviously I've got the whole SQlab setup with the 8.0x trial stem, the 3.0x trial handlebar, and the 7.0x 2.0 Pro grips in size medium, mainly because my hands are pretty big and I just got used to it quite well. But if you like slimmer grips or you have smaller hands, probably the small version would be the way to go. Now, if you're looking to save a little bit of money, for all the SQlab parts, I've also got a personal discount code which supports me directly. I'm gonna put it down in the video description below, so if you need a new stem, new handlebar, new grips, or a new seat as well, be sure to check it out. Coming down to the wheels, not a lot has changed, or well, actually nothing has changed. I'm still on Continental Air King 2.4 dynamic castle tires and Lighbicycle 431 AM carbon matte rims in the matte finish. And to be honest, I've bashed these rims into corners, into edges, and they are just holding up. I don't need to do anything to them. I think when I initially got them, I had to tighten the spokes one single time, and that was like 3 years ago. And ever since then, I didn't do anything to them, so they're still working. And I don't see any reason why I should change something that just works. Of course, still laced up to Industry 9 Hydra hubs back and front with sapphire spokes and black brass nipples. Now, something that might be worth mentioning is that I've got an insert in the back tire from Inspired Bicycles, which worked out perfectly fine until I tried to get the tire off the rim. It was way too tight and there was no movement at all. I couldn't really do anything. I squeezed and pushed as hard as I could, and it didn't work out. So in the end, I ended up having to cut the tire off the rim, which was kind of a hard and nasty job, but I managed to do it, and it works now. And honestly, I don't see myself changing these wheels anytime soon, because they're just working out. So unless there is something new on the market, I'm probably gonna stick to that.
Hello. Cheers.
Ciao. Now for the brakes, almost nothing has changed. I'm still on the MAGURA MT trail brakes, 4-piston in the back, 4-piston in the front, with these HD3 levers and these 45-degree angle adapters. However, for the brake rotors, I thought I'd try something new, so I went for the MAGURA MDR-C rotors. Now, my main thought was that they might be a little bit more resistant to bending. I'm not sure if that's just a theory or if that's actually true, but I'm gonna give you a feedback when I've been riding them for a little while. Coming to the cranks, I'm obviously still on the CaneCreek eWings models in the 170mm version. And to be honest, I mean, there's not really a lot to say about them. Made out of titanium, super stiff, they just work, and I don't see any reason to change them up. Now, obviously, the cranks also have to fit into the frame somehow, and for that, I've got the CaneCreek Hellbender bottom bracket. For the pedals, I decided to go with Crankbrothers Stamp 7 in this beautiful chrome finish, mainly because I got used to the combination of these pedals and the street stamp shoes. Maybe you know I work with Crankbrothers a little bit. I mean, I'm not partnered with them, and I'm not saying this because I work with them, but this is genuinely a combination that I really like, so take it as a recommendation. Now, you can't see it from this side, but from the other side, I've got the integrated bash guard from Extension, and I asked them specifically to keep it raw, to not paint this bash guard, just so there's even more chrome on the bike and it looks even more flashy. I don't know, I think it looks super cool. So yeah, that's definitely a win and a little bit of an eye catcher. And if we're there already, I've got the KMC Z1EHX chain. Decided to stick with KMC because I just used it for years and never had any problems with them. And as far as I know, I never snapped a chain from KMC. No, I did snap a chain from KMC. But that was like 2 years ago. I don't know. Pretty happy with it. And also the chain tensioner is a little bit improvised, not because the one from Extension isn't good, but because I wanted to try something different in the back, which is a 15-tooth sprocket. So usually on a 24-inch street trials bike, you have 22 tooth in the front on the bash guard, and then 16 in the back. but I wanted to try something different to make it a little harder. So I put a 15-tooth sprocket in the back, which made it a little inconvenient with the chain length. So I had to improvise a little bit, but it works pretty good. Yeah, so just in case you're wondering why that is. Ending it off with the seat before getting to your questions. That is the SQlab 60X seat, the trial seat. Looks super cool, especially in combination with the handlebar and the stem and so on. Not really comfortable, but that's probably also not something you're gonna worry about riding street trials. Yeah, let's get to the questions. First question from Steigere Mill. Why MT7 again? Why not Hope? Well, basically because I got used to MAGURA quite well throughout the last years. And I know what I like, and I know that I like MAGURA MT brakes, so that's why I stuck with it. Second question from Matti Hochmann. Do you remove the Continental logos again? I'm not really sure, to be honest. The thing is, initially when I got the tires, I wanted to remove them. However, I think it would look a little empty, if you know what I mean. And also, I really dig the fact that the thread from the bottom bracket matches the logos on the tires. I mean, it's just a small detail. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Third question comes from Jan Bürkler. Wie teuer war es? So this is a German question. He asks for the price, basically. So this bike you can buy on Trialmarkt right now for 3,200 euros. Now, obviously, this bike is a little bit different. It's not an off-the-shelf bike with all the parts on it, but yeah, somewhere around that. Fourth question. What's the weight with pedals? Well, the weight standing here right now, it's 9.3 kilos, which is pretty light for a street trials bike. Do you like the yellow trials bike better or the gray one? I cannot really give you an answer to that because both bikes look pretty cool. I mean, I've been riding yellow bikes for such a long time. So yeah, it kind of has a deep place in my heart somewhere. And it also stands out on photos super good. However, this bike is a little more classy. Which I'm also really liking a lot, and also the new design is super sweet. So yeah, to be honest, I don't have a favorite one. They're both equally cool. Have they changed the geometry? Short and quick answer, no, they didn't. The only thing that's different here is the design, of course. And I mean, Extension is a Chinese brand, and in China usually people are a little smaller, so that's probably the reason why it's also one of the shortest bikes out there. But that's probably also the fact that I love most about this bike. It's that short and it's super playful. Wie oft kannst du den Lenker drehen? So this means how often can you turn your handlebars? I think it should be around 3 or 4 times. I mean, with this length of the back brake cable, yeah, 3 or 4 times. I've been thinking about getting a longer one in order to be able to do like quadruple whips and stuff. But I mean, I'm so far away from that anyway, so probably doesn't make a lot of sense yet. Which rims do you have on it? These are the Lighbicycle AM431 rims, as I said, in this matte finish, which looks super cool. And as far as I know, there's also a lot of different options you can get for these rims. So yeah, just check it out on their website. There's a lot of different options. Was machst du mit dem Alte? So what do you do with your old one? Well, I'm not really sure. Right now, it's hanging somewhere on the wall in my apartment. If you have any ideas what I should do with my old frames, let me know. What size grips? Medium. Mit wie viel bar Luft fährst du normal eigentlich rum? So what's the tire pressure basically? Usually on the trials bike I run about 35 to 40 psi, which is somewhere around 2.5 bars. Not a question, but that thing looks sick. Well, I appreciate it. I hope you guys like it too. I love it a lot. And yeah, with that being said, I would end it off. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment or contact me on Instagram directly. I will do my best to get back to you. And yeah, have a good one. Thanks for watching and catch you in the next one. Peace out.